Hey everyone, so I mentioned earlier that there are different apps and websites that I use to plan what I'm gonna do or what I'm gonna check before I do a backcountry trip. The first thing I always like to do is go to the weather app and to see if it's gonna be raining or um, snowing, whatever it might be. I always like to check a few days beforehand, and I'm gonna use Port Moody for an example for this whole video. So Port Moody, it's looking cloudy, rainy next week, so maybe I wouldn't want to go then. So obviously weather app, that's a great thing to do. Next, I have these apps. One is called All Trails, one's called Gaia GPS. First one we're going to look at is All Trails. So let's say, this app has lots of different hikes. As you can see here, there's preset ones that people have already done, left reviews on. There's a map here. You can get directions to this trail. You can see the elevation. You can see how long it might take you. This app is really good if there's like preset trails that you might want to find. So in this example, let's do Sassamat Lake because I just checked Port Moody weather. So as you can see, this is like, some people call it White Pine Lake, Sassamat Lake, but this is a nice easy hike, 3.2 kilometers, barely any elevation gain, 40-minute walk. As you can see here, there's a big map, and if I zoom in, that's not it. If I go here, you can see here, you can drive to it, and the starting point, you can see the elevation gain at the bottom here at different points. The blue dot moves. So this is a great app just for doing trails that already exist. It gives you lots of elevation and different reviews and stuff here. The other app I'd like to mention is the Gaia GPS. This one is different because you can make your own trails. So here we go. We have Bunsen Lake, but we want to do Sassamat Lake like we just did. So we check the weather's good. We check that it's a trail that already exists. But now what if I want to do my own? So I click the plus here in the right corner, and I click this line thing here and choose a point. Let's say we're starting from White Pine Beach over there, and now I just drag and drop the point, and it should stick. If I click around the circle where the trail lines are, I can follow it exactly back to where we started, and there's a loop right there. So as you see, 3.7 kilometers. It's not exactly perfect like the other app I showed, but it's going to be more or less the same. So here we can save it. You can name it whatever you want. So we can do Sassamat Lake Loop hike. And then here you see 3.7 kilometers. There's a bit more elevation because maybe I did it from the parking lot or whatever. You can see the descent. You can share this to different people, that maybe to your parents if they want to know where you're going. You can take screenshots, you can see different information. So these are definitely some apps that I recommend. Gaia or All Trails, the weather apps, and BC Parks if you're ever planning to book camping trips or check wildfire bans.